And essentially I was walking down to the Victoria Centre to get some lunch, and I was having a cigarette on the way. And on my walk down there, I was walking past the Guildhall and the City Treasury, and I noticed that the bin was overflowing. It was a rainy, dismal day. And so I thought, well, what's the best way to adequately dispose of my cigarette? And I thought it would actually be to throw it down a drain. Unfortunately, there was a CPO, or plastic police officer, you know the ones, the civil enforcement officers that they have. And what the civil enforcement officer did was he came up to me and told me that throwing my cigarette down a drain was actually an act of littering under Section 87 of the Environmental Protection Act. What he probably didn't bank on, though, and I challenged him on this, what he didn't bank on was actually that I would go back to work and actually check Section 87 of the Environmental Protection Act, only to discover that it doesn't actually include drains. Just been into the police station, Nottingham Central Police Station, to press them about this. And what they've actually said to me is that nobody was available for comment. The problem is obviously that the law, Section 87, is actually pursued, while it's a criminal offence, is actually pursued more by the local authority than it is by the police. So I was quite looking forward to them giving a comment, but as I've just said, no one was available to do so. Essentially I said that I wasn't going to pay the fine, so what they did was they asked about for about 5 months, and then they sent me a summons to go to court a couple of weeks ago. I felt very good about it, actually. I felt that one thing that they were doing was actually delaying proceedings because they didn't actually want the matter clarified in court. You see, the thing is that if obviously they'd taken me to court a couple of weeks after, not only do they then lose the right to give people these fixed penalty notices, there's also the other aspect that they aren't able to, well, obviously as I've said, they aren't able to issue any more. Basically, the ones that they have issued aren't liable to be paid, and further to that, anybody who they have given a fixed penalty notice to is also fully able to request the money that they've paid back. If one thinks about the amount of thousands that the council have spent in prosecuting this, when essentially it's for a cigarette butt, it almost seems laughable just thinking about it. This is Nottingham Magistrates Court. Obviously the case, as I say, is a very contestable one. I'm obviously able to quantify and clarify my case in court here, and let's all hope that that goes well. However, I feel I've already won the case in a moral court of public opinion, because I don't think anybody would be able to defend the council and how much they've actually spent on pursuing this.